Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Headingley Stadium for this afternoon's big clash. It's the first Betfred Women's Super League game held at Headingley Stadium since August 2019 between Leeds Rhinos women and Huddersfield Giants women. It's the first game that these sides have played in the Betfred Women's Super League after last year's game was called off. And the Rhinos go in fresh into this game off the back of a big Challenge Cup campaign that saw them reach the final about a fortnight ago at Ellen Road. Unfortunately losing out on that occasion to Jodie Cunningham's St Helens side. But they're back here at Headingley Stadium, the place where they were at the grand final last year, and they'll be aiming for redemption this year. My name's Dan Hawkins, and I'll be taking you through the next 2 hours or so of coverage live from the stadium. And alongside me, I'm very pleased to welcome into the commentary area Ella Johnson. Ella, it's amazing to have you.
Thank you.
What are you expecting from the girls today? What's preparation been like this week?
I think we've just been really energised, really looking forward to it. Obviously, a loss in a Challenge Cup final is something we just have to bounce back from. It's not something we want to experience, but it just makes us more motivated to go on and, conquer the other competitions that we've got to offer.
Was it really nice to have a bye week last week?
Yeah, I think it was good for the rest. We had a sort of deload week at training, but this week we've hit it back hard and we're just looking forward to starting the Super League campaign.
Well, the next thing we have to do is take you through the all-important team lineups for this afternoon's game, starting with the visitors, the Giants. So at fullback is Pippa Curley. On the wing, Albany Coates, and her centre is Angel Howie. The other centres, Erin Stott and Amelia Brown. The halfbacks, Francesca Townsend, who will know this Leeds set up very well, has been an ex-Rhino herself, alongside Rebecca Grady for the first time this year. Into the forwards, Hannah Davis and Charlotte Hawkins are the props. Bethan Oates is the hooker. And then into the back row, Olivia Rowe, Ellie Thompson, and Lois Nadol. And on the bench for the Giants, Molly Davidson, Hannah Goddard, Cheney McCarthy, and Lucy Burwood. And now onto our Rhinos side this afternoon. Starting at fullback is number 4, Fran Goldthorpe, sponsored by Pickup Self Storage. On the wing is number 17, Natasha Gaines, sponsored by R&R Scrap Metal. The centre, number 13, Hannah Butcher, and Caitlin Beavers is also in centre, sponsored by Systec IT Solutions. On her wing is number 18, Samantha Hume. The halfbacks for Leeds, Georgia Roach, sponsored by G. Swales Painter Decorator, and Courtney Winfield Hill, who makes her 50th Rhinos appearance. A big congratulations to Courtney. She's sponsored by KBW Chambers. The props, number 20, Emma Lumley, and number 10, Danielle Anderson. And the hooker is Kira Bennett, who's sponsored by Harris Creative. Second row, number 27, Alicia Watson, and number 12, Al Frayne. And the loose forward, number 15, Zoe Hornby. On the bench for Leeds, Alexandra Barnes, Jasmine Earnshaw Cudjoe, Shannon Lacey, and Beth Lockwood. So, hello, another really strong team from the Rhinos.
High, They probably were really optimistic towards this competition. I think quite a big loss. It will knock teams, however, it's the reaction what people remember. So if they can go out and offer something and give other teams, including Leeds, good competition, they'll probably, move on from that. And I don't think a loss like that should affect them too much, but it is all about how a team reacts.
And I guess also as well, this isn't the first time these two sides have met this year. Of course, we played them in the first Challenge Cup game of the season. What do you think's changed, and how confident will some players like Sam Hume, who had such a good game in that one, as well as Georgia Roach, coming into this sort of game like that, knowing who or what they're up against, must be a positive?
Yeah, of course, we've gone on leaps and bounds since the first game of the season. I feel like we're really gelling as a team. I don't mean off the field, I mean on the field. We've got our half-back pairing working together in Courtney and Roche, and then we've also got players in different positions. And yeah, like I said, Sam Hume, really looking forward to seeing how Sammy does this season, because she's coming into her own, I feel, when she's on the wing.
And what do you think? Just a final note, you mentioned there on Courtney Winfield Hill, 50 appearances. How much of an inspirational leader is she in the camp?
She's everything in that team. She's such a good leader. She should be a motivational speaker. Some of the things she says, she is really inspiring, and it can be about the smallest things, and she just makes it into something inspiring. So it's really good to have Courtney around, and the advice she gives, not just to the group but to younger players, is really, really influential.
So it's nearly there. We've got the Samba band who's gone onto the south stand side of the field, which is a nice little twist, making this a very, very busy match today. We've got the game now. We've got the men's game straight after this. Let's get yourself down to Headingley Stadium. Kickoff's 8 o'clock for the men's game. But we're just waiting on those teams who'll be coming on from the south stand side. We just see Lois making a way out now. And also to touch on that, Ella, the fact that as part of this big 3-year plan announced by the club to be playing all the women's games at the stadium, as a young player, what's that like to be given the opportunity to play here?
It's absolutely massive. I played here against Warrington in the friendly before all the competition started, and it was the first time I played at Headingley, and it was just, to me, it was amazing. I used to have a season ticket here, so then to be able to play on the pitch as part of the women's team, it's absolutely huge. And I think everybody in the team feels that, whether they've played here times or the first time playing here, everyone feels how much of a big occasion it is.
Well, we're just ready for Huddersfield, and here they come, the Giants making their way out onto the field. So out for redemption after losing that first game against York City Knights, a 56 drubbing on that occasion. They'll be out to impress on this occasion as we wait now on the Rhinos, led out by Courtney Winfield Hill. Like I say, making her 50th club appearance, becoming the 4th player to do so. And what a game it's going to be. I hope you're really looking forward to listening to the next, or watching even the next an hour and a half or so of the best women's rugby league in the country. So though Leeds have a lot of heritage in the Women's Super League so far, Huddersfield, a relatively new side position last year. This is the first official meeting between the two clubs, like I say, after the game in 2021 was called off. So we're just on the way on kick-off. Frankie Townend in the middle of the field, waiting with the referee to get going. And we've got to touch on as well, Ella, there's been a lot of rain in the last 15-20 minutes. What sort of impact is that going to have?
I think Courtney will be a little bit disappointed, because she does like to make creative plays and stuff, but I won't take anything away from our performance, because it just means we'll alter our style of play a slight little bit, but it shouldn't make much of a difference to us.
It's all about keeping your hands on the ball, keeping your mitts on it if you can, because it's going to get wet very, very quickly.
Yeah.
But that's where players, like you say, like Courtney and Georgia, who are so experienced, they're going to really be stepping up in a game like this.
Yeah, 100%. They'll lead us round, and it won't be a problem for us.
As we're just 13 seconds for the RFL's Tackle It Against Discrimination campaign. Of course, no room for discrimination, abuse in the game of rugby league or in wider society. Just knows well the referee is Adam Johnson, who will be taking us through this one as we now do the 13 seconds apologies for the RFL's Tackle It campaign. So we're in for a big game. It's going to be very exciting. I can't wait for this one. It's been waiting, but now Betfred Women's Super League action is back here. And it's the Rhinos who will take the first carry. And Emma Lumley, one of 4 players making her Leeds Rhinos Super League debut in this game, along with Georgia Roach and Jasmine Earnshaw-Cudjoe from Castleford, as well as Alex Barnes, will really settle into Lois Forsell's system after the opening 5 games of the Challenge Cup. There's now Danielle Anderson, one of those power forwards. Drives that one in. Zoe Hornby, the carry before. With Alicia Watson coming in off the edge. Spent a bit of time in Jamaica with their team. What was we've got Sophie Robinson a little bit later, but they must have been buzzing after saying about that experience.
Yeah, I'm sure Sophie will tell you more about it later, but it sounds like it was a fantastic experience and it was just a really good environment to be in over in an international settle.
As we reach the 5th and Winfield Hill kicks over for the corner. Coates is well under it, allows it to bounce. And it then goes out of play 5 metres or so from the try line. And what a kick that was. What an opening set that was, Ella. I was really impressed with that one.
Yeah, it's really good from us. I think we'll be pleased with that.
You see the energy from the girls. Just you've got to be shouting, you've got to be vocal. But, of course, it's good that we've got ourselves within this position, not just as well from the kick, but the work that the forwards are doing early on. Just sort of, is it about laying those foundations? Yeah,
we have unique targets, but as a team, we aim for the highest completion possible. So that usually means completing the first at least 5 sets as a minimum. So I think we'll be happy with that. Completed set 1, just need to carry on now.
As this is Howie out on this edge, just stops, plays the ball. He's out onto the side. There's a knock on there from the Giants. And Leeds, the pressure mounting, the pressure counting more importantly. And they get a scrum down 20 metres out. That's where that's the first example of not being able to keep the ball. And that's what they're going to have done he's going to do to the game.
Yeah, of course we expect that. But for us, it's just a target to make completion as high as possible, regardless of the weather conditions.
And take advantage of errors like that, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, 100%.
So Leeds with the scrum, 20 metres from their opponent's try line. Hannah Butcher charging over the 15, closing in on the 10. Bennick still keeps it going over to the right. Roach cuts back across, feeds Lumley. There's a bit of a charge herself, gets herself 5 metres from the try line. What are Leeds going to be doing here? Bennett, flat pass for Anderson. Ooh, she's going to just try to turn her way out. This well met, though, by 3 tacklers. The ball comes out too.
Good line speed.
And the referee does spot the error. So unfortunate for Danielle after
a great run, flat, fast, just what we want.
Absolutely superb from Lee. This opening few sets, be a bit disappointed to have lost it in that situation, but still 10 metres from the line, it's going to be putting that pressure on the Giants. That we've then got to make count off the back of it. We've got to make those tries count.
Now we have to transition into defence, make sure we have that line speed, great markers, good peel.
As the Giants pull over to the far side with Olivia Rowe. That south stand side. Nice to see there's a fair few fans that have come nice and early and filtered into both the south stand and the global stand. We do encourage you to come down and watch the women's side because it is just so action-packed, so energetic. And Anderson peels out of the line. Watson as well to swarm the Huddersfield player. The Giants stop making many metres at all. And then near the full sets, Townend, not the most convincing kick away, Ella, but gets it in the end, but good work.
Yeah, always in the right position. Now she goes on a good run.
And there she comes, Fran Goldthorpe, a live wire in this lead side. There's a couple.
Yeah, we have a few with some fast feet, Fran included.
Back line. It's interesting to see that Caitlin's revolved into the centre, but also Hannah Butcher's in the centre. Is that tactical, do you think?
Yeah, especially when we were in Challenge Cup. Hannah Butcher played so well. She's got a great tackle technique and it fits centre really well. She's got great hands. Obviously, we know that from her playing at 6 last year. So it's good to see. And obviously, Caitlin as well. She's got a great defensive read. So it'd be fun being a full-back. So that really complements her in the centre.
As they come down this short side, it's Beavers with the ball now. Fed short by Winfield Hill. Manages to evade the tackle of Brown and cuts back inside to get herself 4 metres, if that, from the try line. Is Bennett going to go from dummy half? Yes, she is. She turns. Yes. Kira Bennett! Opening try for the Rhinos. And it's that number 9, Kira Bennett, called up into the England squad this year. And she twists and turns away to the try line. Absolutely fantastic, that early try, Ella.
Fantastic. I'm really happy with that. I think Kira will be impressed with that herself. Really good strength, great vision, which is something Kira really prides herself on. She's got great vision out on the field, so she'll be happy with that.
By Harris Creative. See, it was on. It was all about the backs bringing that ball back in, from starting with Fran, then with Caitlin down this edge. You know, it's like we said earlier, it's about building those foundations and building the pressure more importantly.
Yeah, 100%. Because from pressure, we're going to get tries. You know, we're going to get success from that.
Was she excited to be called up into the England team? I know you two are quite close friends.
Yeah, we're really close friends, me and Kira. But yeah, she was really excited to be called up into the England team. She was a little bit nervous, but nothing much phases her, to be honest. I think she was just more excited to get going, see what it was all about.
A couple of girls in the England. It's still a real. Although there's no trophies in the cabinet just yet for this year,
yeah.
You know, it's still an exciting team, an exciting prospect for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's quite a changed team from last year, but I think that's just more on the exciting side of things rather than anything else. We're just excited to all play together and gel well, really.
It's a real good squad depth as well, as you know, with the likes of yourself and Tara to come back in, as the conversion is missed by Courtney Winfield Hill, leaving the score Leeds Rhinos Women's 4, Giants Women 0. You know, there's the players that are still to come back in. As I was just to pick that up, there's yourself, there's Tara, Sophie Nuts as well. There's there's definitely a fight for positions.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a massive dogfight for positions, not between players, just in training. It's really good to have competition. I think it does motivate everybody in the squad a little bit more.
And so Leeds from the coming back in. We've got Wilson jumping alongside us as well as Bennett for Zoe Hornby. So energetic in that Challenge Cup final, and she's away through the middle of the field. What a break this is from Zoe Hornby. Leeds are going to go back to back. No one's catching her. Zoe Hornby under the posts. Second try for Leeds. And what can Zoe Hornby not do, Ella? She's having an absolute storm of a season so far.
Zoe's fantastic. She's really in form at the moment. She's such a strong player, and I'm just excited to see what she does for the rest of the campaign.
It's only a second try of the season. That first one being scored in the Challenge Cup final. Very similar to a very similar ilk as well. That sort of break through the middle of the field. So Winfield Hill looking to convert on this occasion. Missed the first one, just dragging it on this near side, but a bit more of a straightforward location, just slightly off centre. Just measures herself here, Courtney. Takes a few paces. Was that a goal, do you think, to start strong, Ella? That actually we wanted to assert this dominance.
Yeah, it's always a goal for us. Sometimes we can be guilty of starting a little bit slow, but I think we started well in the Challenge Cup final. I think we're going to bring that into the Super League campaign, starting fast, hitting hard, completing the first 4 or 5 sets.
The Giants just plodding back. It's almost like the energy's been taken out of them really quickly already. But it has been due to the quick start, not just by putting the points on the board, but the energy that the girls have shown already, not just across the field. It's a great first effort as Beavers takes the kickoff from Townend on the full, pulls it back in towards the middle of the field, 30 metres from her own try line. Anderson just pauses and puts the foot down to get herself to over the 40. Closing on halfway. Leeds eager for more points. Watson now. Back off the edge, takes Leeds over halfway. Bennett waiting, gives it to Elle Frayne, her first carry of the game. Leeds really looking to continue their quick start. Lumley getting Leeds to the 30. Plays the ball for Bennett, who's got to try herself already. Winfield Hill down the short side. They're running the play. Now Watson close to the line, can't get the ball away on the 5th and turns it over. But yet again, testing that Huddersfield line by keeping on running the ball, not kicking it away and turning it over that way.
Yeah, I think we finished well there. I'm sure we would have wanted the kick, but we've finished in a good area. So just line speed, good markers now.
I think as well, if you do kick it, get more of that moisture that's already fallen today on the ball and force the error. But Courtney must have seen a gap out there somewhere for those players.
Yeah, she will have seen something.
So Huddersfield charging into the line with Charlotte Hawkins, one of those players that played in the 56 defeat to York City Knights. They swing the ball through Grady. Out to the edge, this is Howie. Concerns a set restart too, so the Giants within fresh set of 6 here, looking to try and make it count and put some points on the board if they can, and now Leeds give away a penalty. Head-high tackle against Emma Lumley. I'm just gifting them field position there, Ella.
Yeah, it's not what we're aiming to do, but it's all about the effort and how we react from that.
And a penalty off the back of it. The second head-high tackle as well. A bit of ill discipline's creeping in here. I tell you what, it's the rough and tumble of the game. It's the likes of Emma Lumley trying to just intimidate.
Yeah, it's that
those
energy.
Huddersfield forwards.
Sometimes it falls over, but we'll react.
So Giants go down the short side. It'll be Oates that waits. Confident player, one of their better players in the side. Bethan Oates, one of them to watch out for. Is Rowe. Gets the Giants to within 30 of the Rhinos line. Grady drops the ball back inside off Town and pick up by Watson. Here we go. Here's the break again. She got a player, pulling her down. Just over the halfway. Got a bit lucky there, didn't we, Ella?
Yeah, 100%.
As Anderson offloads back inside. Here we go. Fran Goldthorpe tries to put on the burners. Instead offloads to Bennett. We'll keep it on moving here. This is really impressive by Lois Forsell's side. Roach demands the ball. Shapes. Goes over to the right. Butcher can't keep hold of it on that occasion. And Howie picks up the scraps. But it's just relentless at the minute. If I want to be a Huddersfield defender for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I think we're just putting the pressure on, which is good.
So the Giants with the turnover. Curley. Just get a bit of ball. Not a lot to do at fullback so far. As Townend shapes. Flat pass. Gives it to Stott to be released on this side. Now Brown. Just gets a few metres, but she's always got Sam Hume and Ken Beavers all over the back of her. Beavers darting out a marker there to make sure Stott's wrapped up. Great defensive effort, Ella.
Yeah, it's good from Beavers, really good.
It's now Oates. Short side drive. Beavers up to the challenge again. Third tackle off the back of it. And that's a poor pass. Intended for Townend, instead picked up by Hannah Davis, I believe. And that's the 5th tackle. I was disbelief. I didn't know the tackles had gone that quickly on that one.
It's a good defensive
It's a quick set. We've just hit 14 minutes played. It's tough to say that. It's felt like we're going on a lot longer than that. But Leeds with a 10-0 lead after those early tries from Zoe Hornby and Kira Bennett. We'll wait on this occasion from that Hornby drive. Butcher down the far side, that south stand side. It's a real good drive from the centre. Now for Bennett. Roach keeps the ball moving from Winfield Hill. Looking nice here from Leeds. Short pass for Anderson. Could have gone out the back to Goldthorpe, but instead gave it to the prop who tries an offload. I wouldn't say it's quite the conditions to be trying to, well, like that when you've got 2 or 3 players hanging on to you.
Maybe not. But I think just trying to keep play alive is good, but sometimes them errors do happen.
Just applause from the Global Terrace. As the Giants just wait to put this scrum together. With Townend to feed. As Hawkins. Oh, that's a big carry from the prop forward. Really caught Leeds off guard there. Caught the defence off from that scrum as the players couldn't quite get across. There's now Grady.
Great tackle from Hannah Butcher.
It's a great tackle from Hannah, like you said. Go on, Hannah. Hearing shouts from both sides. We've got Ella and Sophie with us for this one.
I love that.
As the Giants on the 4th. Spreading the ball with Townend, looking to pull Leeds and make the numbers out wide. Brown beats Hume and gets down the sideline. This is Huddersfield chance here. Amelia Brown going for the try line. Frank comes across. Nothing's going to stop the winger on this occasion. And the Giants bite back. Keller.
It's a good run. Our covering defence weren't quite there, but again, focus on how we react to this. Yeah, she has some good pace.
There's not many people beat Fran, Courtney, or Sam, or even Kelly for that matter.
No, they are our fast players, super fast, including you, Sophie.
Oh, that's right.
So I think it'll be Townend to convert.
Yeah, it was a good pass from Townend.
It's from right on this touch line.
It's a hard kick to make.
Well, I wouldn't want to be the one kicking it, put it that way. Not want to be the one having a go at this one. Nevertheless, taking the score to 10-4 in favour of the Rhinos. The halfback just waits, takes the time, takes plenty of time to kick this one, steadies herself, now steps up, but goes through the ball. It's too low on this occasion, glances past the post, score remains. Leeds Rhinos women 10, Giants women 4. Just closing in on the 20-minute mark. We've got some comments from Sophie Robinson in the second 20 minutes. As Leeds to restart with Hill. I think she'll go deep. She does. Tries to try and even find the touchline, but it bounces just short. Townend taking the time to pick it up, but all the time it's picking up the rain that's already fallen, and it inevitably is going to make it a lot harder to carry.
Yeah, 100%.
Is it something that you sort of factor in when you think, or is it a game day, sort of see if there has been a lot of rain, does that affect the game plan? Is there, what's that process like?
I think the rule always remains play what you see. So if it is raining heavily, we're not going to be shipping it out as much, but we don't alter the game plan massively when it's raining. We just react to that situation.
What was the team chat like this? Was it full of confidence, obviously knowing that we've got one over them already this year?
Yeah, I think we are confident coming into this. Like I say, we've had a good week at training. We try not to focus too much on our opposition, and we just focus on our game plan, and I think that gives us confidence.
Especially with that grand final dream.
Yeah.
Wanted to get back there after the heartbreak of last year.
Yeah, 100%.
As Hume tries to cut away from 2 and gets the offload away. Didn't wrap up her body, so she's allowed to get that ball away to Frank Goldthorpe, who jinks and jives and gets herself away.
It's a great run from Fran.
so elusive going at a defensive line. She's got plenty of tries, 20 last year. Quite a remarkable effort. As that looks a very high effort there from Stott on Beavers. Just gets up and shrugs it off like nothing's happened.
Yeah, she's hard as Beavers.
So Winfield Hill over. We're going to start the set roughly maybe 10 metres or so. 15 more likely from the Giant try line. So here come Leeds, charging forward with Anderson. So energetic, so powerful in these opening moments here at Headingley. As Leeds go in searching of their third try of the game. Watson cuts back inside, had a great break earlier in the game. She tried to break free and so lucky to be brought down on that occasion, but Leeds keep knocking on the door with Winfield Hill. Gives it to Beavers, steps around Amelia Brown, and it's try time again. And Beavers is in.
Fantastic from Beavers, really good from Courtney. Again, good vision, playing what's in front of you. Just what I want.
Catching the Giants short on numbers on that near side. It's a difficult one to defend when you are, but a good foresight from both Kira and Courtney to feed Caitlin or even Sam.
Yeah.
It'd have been easy finish for either of them.
Yeah, easy, good for our halves and our hookers.
Just inside the 20-minute mark, 20 to go. It's another tough conversion from Winfield Hill. Already had to convert one from a similar position to the Bennett try.
Yeah, see how this one goes.
Caitlin, sponsored by Systec IT Solutions. Taking a time, Courtney. Like we've already said, if you've just joined us, it is Courtney's 50th Rhinos appearance, becoming the fourth player in the club's history to hit the milestone. Caitlin, also one of those players. Been involved in the inaugural Rhinos team back in 2018, as Courtney can't convert on this occasion, leaving the score Leeds Rhinos women 14, Huddersfield Giants women 4. We'll have a quick swap round in the commentary booth. We'll get some comments from Sophie Robinson for the final 20. Thought I said hi to you, Sophie. How are we doing? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
How are you enjoying the game so far?
Yeah, it's a really good game. I think our attack, you can see that we're going a little bit wider, which we've been training for. Defence, just smarting it up a little bit, and I think we'll be fine in defence.
Were the girls, I've just touched on it with Ella there, but were the girls confident coming into this, and with that heartbreak from the grand final last year, wanting to sort of set a bar this year to go above and beyond?
Yeah, definitely. I think coming from the Challenge Cup final, the girls know there's 2 other trophies now on offer. And we're really focused to achieve them. And we've had a good week in training, and we know now what we need to do to win that trophy at the end of the year. And
we'll maybe touch on it a little later as well, but one of the girls that yourself and Alicia went out to Jamaica to play in, was it the 9s or the 7s out there? What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was just such a once in a lifetime opportunity. Played in the Bahamas, but representing Jamaica. So it was different, but yeah, really, really good.
It looked absolutely remarkable. And Leeds caught with the error there. Emma Lumley dropping that ball. How have the new girls settled in? We're saying it's Emma Lumley, Jasmine Cudjoe, and Georgia's first official league game, but of course they've played 6 games so far. How have they settled in? And also Alex Barnes as well coming off the bench.
Yeah, really good. I think just watching, you can't tell the new girls. They've settled in really well. Roach's made that half-back position her own, and I think you're just going to see the partnership between her and Courts progress throughout the season, which is really exciting, especially for England at the end of the year as well.
100%. A lot of dreams on the line. Wanted to be in Greg Richards' final. I believe it's 21 players, but
yeah,
that elite squad represent England at the Rugby League World Cup, which of course coming up in October, but plenty of rugby league to be played before then as the Giants come forward. 25 metres from the Leeds line. Got a try already through Amelia Brown, cancelling out those, or at least one of the 4 tries that Leeds have scored already.
Nice.
Was it Thompson? Well hit there from Hannah Butcher, just continuing what she did so well in the Challenge Cup final. That defensive effort from herself and Caitlin Beavers as an interesting kick evades almost everyone. And Sam has to do something and ends up patting it forward. Really interesting kick, a bit unorthodox there, Sophie. Tough one to take.
I know, especially with a wet ground. That's applying good pressure from Huddersfield with that kick.
There's a Giants getting offload away, but they're still short that goal line D. Really great from the girls here.
Yeah.
It's flat pass. Just tries to wriggle away across. I think it's Hannah Davis. Fortunately held up on this occasion, but good effort from Watson and Bennett. Two players that have started this game so brightly.
Yeah, really good defence there on the line.
As Huddersfield another pass, this time not coming off again. And it's those little pieces of finesse, isn't it, where the girls are progressing, and that's where we're getting the tries from. But Huddersfield just not really clicking for them at the minute.
Yeah, they apply the pressure, but it's just that final pass just needs a little bit of work. But they're still a new team. I think they're going to develop really well over the season and in the coming years. I think you'll see a lot of progression from them because I know a lot of them are still quite young.
They're one of the most exciting teams, aren't they? And we saw, like you said, there is potential there. We saw them win the Shield last year against Featherstone, and Featherstone's another team that up and coming, looking really positive. And like I say, it's a young team, which bodes really well for the competition as a whole, doesn't it? I guess.
It's so exciting to see, even from the championship levels, how much teams are progressing now. It's what the girls want. We don't want to be playing 90-0 games. We want to be playing the close games. So, no, it's really good. Exciting to see.
So Leeds making a handful of changes here. Alex Barnes and Beth Lockwood coming on as there's an opportunity for Courtney here. And has she marked it with a try? We'll wait on the call from the referee. Of course it's a try. Why did we even discount the halfback scoring? Clever little kick over the top, and Huddersfield just caught napping altogether. They just were nowhere near that ball.
Yeah, if Courtney sees a space like that, she's going to either run it or put a kick in, and then on this case, she got to score the try. But yeah, she's just amazing at spotting that space and putting a play on from it.
Yourself, hoping to get back out on the field for the back end of the year. Not far off your own 50, I only say because, of course, you're part of that inaugural team in 2018. That you forget the heart of it's still here. There's plenty of new players that have come in, but the core of that 18 team, yourself, Courtney, Hannah, Caitlin, it's still here and still going strong. Yeah.
There's quite a few of us from the beginning. It'd be nice to get back out there at the end of the season. There's such competition across like the team now, but just got to keep training well and hopefully get the opportunities to get back out there.
So the likes of yourself, Ella, Tara, Sophie Notes, it's just so many players, so many great players to come back in. It's going to be a real fight when you look at, for that England setup, but also, getting back in the side and, getting back to it.
Yeah, definitely. The girls out there are playing amazing. So it's just down to us to keep performing in training, and the opportunities hopefully will come for us.
Winfield Hill, another tough conversion. We're not making it easy for Owie today.
She probably wishes she kicked it a bit in field to make it a little bit easy for herself. But I know she'll have been practicing.
She's a right-footed kicker, so it's always going to be dragging away. She's going to want it to curl back across if she can. The one from the left a little bit easier for her. She slices that one. We'll just wait to see those flags. They stay down. Score remains 18-4. I do feel like I'm repeating myself, but what a start it's been. Not just across the park. The girls have just been ready to go.
Yeah.
It's been great to see.
Yeah, we've placed a lot of emphasis on starting well, putting pressure on Huddersfield, and it's good to see that we've actually put that into action. Our next goal will just be keeping this up in second half until the end of the game, just getting a full 80-minute performance.
Is it tough having a bye week and having that sort of we had the Challenge Cup final and sort of what came with, then to have a bye week and have no game at all? Is it tough to get back to it, or does it actually provide you with that chance to sort of reflect? I know Lois has mentioned in her programme notes today that actually the team's a very reflective team. Which do you prefer as a player?
Yeah, I prefer just getting out there, but I think for the girls who played in the final, they probably needed that week just to de-stress. It was a lot of pressure playing in that Challenge Cup final, so it was probably good to get the week off. We can reevaluate where we are. No on frame.
Here we go, a nice break by Elfriend, gets the ball away for Georgia Roach. Leeds keeping on coming here. As Roach.
Really good break there.
Two. Really good for him. Elfriend initially. Free just pushing Georgia back. Kira manages to get there just in time to collect the ball. Now Alex Barnes just shrugs off two. Such a powerful runner of the ball, Alex Barnes.
Yeah, you don't want a running full pellet, Alex.
This kick from looking for Tasha Gaines. It just is a little bit too far. I think it's actually gone over on the full. So Huddersfield get the ball back on the 20. So unfortunate there, that kick didn't come off, but clever from Georgia to spot Tash had the space.
Yeah, I think if you see we can see the space out wide a little bit more, and we're putting them plays and kicks on, and it will pay off like with Courtney, and it will play for the other players. Good pressure, and just now need to keep them down at this end.
One of the players as well that has played at Headingley previously, both in 18 and a bit in 19 as well. You know, what's it like playing on the pitch? You know, is it different to say Sports Park Weekwood where we've played previously?
Yeah, I think it's special playing at Headingley. All the girls know how special and lucky we are to play in this ground. And I think, as you can see, the fans have got out for us, and they always do get out for us. And it's an advantage as having the fans here. So yeah, it is amazing to be able to play all our home games.
It's great that it's part of the 3-year plan. You know, it's exciting for what else is to come down that line for developing women's rugby in the city of Leeds.
Yeah, so exciting, especially for the young girls. I know they're playing on the pitch at half time, which is a first, so it's exciting and it's going to be good.
That service has plenty of fans turning out. Our stand is getting pretty busy.
Yeah.
Global East as well, a couple of Huddersfield fans in there cheering on the teams, and we would say as well, definitely get down to any game this year. Women's Rugby League, so fast, so energetic. We just have a quick break in play. It's like Zoe Hornby, I think, that's down the haunches. So exciting, so energetic, and of course, a number of women's games here for the World Cup at the end of the year. That's another thing that's definitely exciting across the board.
Yeah, it's a big year for Women's Rugby League. And just hopefully on back them when England and us when we're playing at Headingley, because it just makes it even better atmosphere having the fans here cheering for us.
I think Shannon Lacey's going to be the player that's coming on. A player obviously spent the whole of 2021 out through injury, but it's so nice to see her run out against Huddersfield and score against the Giants in that cup game.
Yeah, I think when Shannon comes on, you'll see us up it in the middle a little bit. I think Shannon, she does change the game when she comes on. She's with her aggression. She's so strong and powerful. So yeah, I think you'll see the middles up it a little bit here, and Shannon will get some really strong carries in and take us forward.
Another one of those players that was as part of that inaugural 18 team, as Hornby is taken from the field. So the Giants with the ball 10 metres from Leeds' try line, looking for their second of the game. There's Oates, goes to the right town end, throws a flat pass for Hannah Goddard. Leapt upon there by Caitlin Beavers coming off the edge.
I think she's forced a knock on.
Yeah, I believe she has.
Yeah, it was really good pressure to come off the line there, Caitlin, and put in that tackle.
Oh, it's she's pushed the marker.
Okay.
That's what they're signalling there. He's pushed. The added benefit for the girls, of course, is that then you get, instead of a set, you get the penalty. So you make 10, 20 more meters. We could have started 10 meters from our own line. Now we're starting 35.
Yeah, we'll be grateful for that extra 10. Huddersfield will probably be a little bit disappointed they gave that away, being so close to the try line.
As Lockwood gets himself over the halfway towards the Huddersfield 40. As we're inside 10 minutes, as Roach shapes, goes wide to Butcher, who cuts a nice line back across. It's chopped down by 2. It's Olivia Rowe in there. There's now Roach with the ball again. Nothing on that south stand side for her. Comes back across. Butcher finds Frayne. You can sense another opportunity coming here for Leeds, definitely.
You can see the space opening out wide. Courtney looks like she's seen it.
Oh, it's good here. And it's a brilliant pass from Winfield Hill. And Watson, although she looked to break away, cut down, and there goes the ball. That's the conditions coming into play there. You'd say if that's a dry conditions, she's not losing that ball, Alicia, there.
Yeah, no, it was a good tackle by the winger to come in there and apply that pressure. Like you said, the ball's going to be slippy. If you've not got full control of it, you see mistakes happening, which is unfortunate today.
I think it's the first, not only the second, from the girls today. We're pretty clean all over the board, so that the rain is still hammering down here at Headingley. It's not very nice. I said to Ella before the game, is it the sort of game that sort of you want to play in conditions-wise? And she still said yes. Is it the same for you? Do you mind playing in when it's absolutely throwing it down?
I'm more of a sun kind of player. I like playing in the warmer climates. especially being out on the wing or centre. It's hard, the kicks, but no, sun, give me sun any day.
As Rowe takes that ball in there for the Giants. Looking to end this half strongly. The earnest restart. Leeds accused of holding down by Georgia Roach and Shannon Lacey. As Oates waits, now Leeds caught offside. We've seen this before. As soon as there's one error, it tends to be a second.
Yeah, we'll be disappointed with that a little bit. Just giving them some easy meters with the penalties.
So the Giants will start their new set. I was going to say on the halfway line, but just shy. Chance ball, another big carry from the prop forward, Molly Davidson there. Getting herself over the 40. Roach and Frayne. Barnes as well in there to make the tackle.
Very nice tackle.
McCarthy, very good tackle from Bennett, reading that really well along with Lacey again. As Huddersfield. Drop-off ball for Howie, who's inside the ball's come out here. This is going to be given as a knock-on. Maybe would like to see the referee play on there. I know it's a drop ball, but Kira was there to pick it up, and what could have come? Yeah,
I know. Definitely really good pressure there by Danielle Anderson and Kira. To see Kira make a little break and see what could have come from that, but gives us a little chill and get set up now from scrum.
Another player that's just hit the ground running since injury, Danielle Anderson. A torrid time out with injury, but must be so good seeing her back out there performing like that.
Yeah, we really missed Danny Anderson last year. It's so nice to see her getting back on form. She's an amazing player. She's so strong and aggressive. So yeah, it's good to see her back out there, getting back to full fitness.
It's a good combination when you look at a team sheet. You've got Danielle Anderson, Emma Lumley, Alex Barnes, Beth Lockwood, Shannon Lacey. You just rattle the names off, and they're already intimidating me. That was an opposition coach.
If I were a prop, I wouldn't want to run at any of our props. We've got a really strong front row.
Winfield Hill with a great outside pass. Sam Hume, try time for Leeds. As the half looks to be closing out. Brilliant there. All from the knock-on back in own half from the Giants, and Leeds once again just hitting the ground running, pulling the ball wide. Great runs from Barnes and Watson. And in the end, it's Winfield Hill with another great cut-out pass. And in goes the winger.
Yeah, really good try there for Sam to hold a wing, a touchline, and Courtney to provide that pass. She's not making the kicks easy for herself, though, Courtney.
Yeah. More of a favourite side, though, with it being a right-footed kicker?
Yeah, I think she'll slot it over.
With that try earlier and the conversions, Courtney has also hit 50 points for the season already.
Very nice.
It always helps when you're kicking goals, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely helps your points tally.
A night of milestones for Courtney, so proud of herself after the game.
There's a couple of other players that can hit them. Sam, with that try, takes herself to within 4 of 50 Rhinos points. Was it that kick from Winfield Hill just this time too far wide. The score remains Leeds Rhinos women 22, Giants women 4.
Yeah, we'll be happy with that try going into half-time now.
It's a great way to end the half, isn't it? Knowing that you've had the final word and that obviously the scoreline shows we're on top, but by having that final word, it's that you've done all you can in the first half, looking at the scoreboard and going, actually, you know what? We've had a really good effort, and the girls have.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be happy with that. We've stuck to our game plan. No, we've done what we needed to do, and we'll be raring to go in the second half just to put on a even better.
It's just that 4 points, isn't it? That's the only tarnish on. That's a near spotless first half from the Rhinos as Townend goes short, taken by Brown, but she has not made the 10 or anywhere near the 10.
Yeah.
And the girls still have the energy. Bennett's charging that ball back in. They know they want more points.
I think it just shows the urgency that we have to how quick Kira took that into the middle. We want to score more tries. We want to put pressure on Huddersfield. So no, I think it's good. The urgency we showed there to get the ball back.
Barnes now charging in the way that she does over the 20. Bennett on for Roach. They're going to pull the wide here. Huddersfield have really gone short on numbers. It should be a relatively walk-in here for Leeds, but instead Bennett Beavers cannot take the ball from Goldthorpe.
A good passage of play there from Fran. Just unfortunate Caitlin couldn't take it in, but you can see the shape we've got out wide with Fran coming round the back, and it's just so exciting to see. And when that final pass and catch pays off, you'll see the tries come in.
But certain try. It looks like it's not just that play. We saw it in the try before with Sam Hume. Huddersfield are stacking themselves relatively close. There's a lot of space out on when we push it over to the edge. There's a lot of space over to the far side. But with that being said, a great first half here at Headingley Stadium sees Leeds Rhinos women take a 22-4 lead into the break. Tries coming from Caitlin Beavers, Courtney Winfield-Hill, Kira Bennett, and Zoe Hornby, with 3 conversions as well from Courtney, with the only try in Huddersfield's favour coming from Amelia Brown. But overall, a brilliant first half here at Headingley from the Rhinos. So, of course, this game, a curtain raiser for the men's clash. And Rowan Smith sat down with the press this week for his pre-match press conference.
In review from last week, when you've looked at it again, what was the main takeaway for you?
Oh, we need to be a lot better on our edge defence. We had some real deficiencies there, particularly in the sort of opening passages of the game, and probably overall just a little bit of patience on the end of our attack. We overplayed and probably missed a few chances where the game could have been much closer.
So do you fix that up through training, or do you fix that up through a change of personnel?
Training and just acknowledgement and watching it through video and just working through the mental processes that go into some of that stuff. Obviously, it's a short turnaround, so there's only so much practice you can get done from a Sunday to a Friday. So
I was going to say, as every session goes by that you've been in charge of, are you starting to see a difference with the group?
I would say so. And they're probably understanding the way I speak and the way we're doing things clearer with each day. I'm looking forward to seeing some evidence of that.
So given the squad you've announced, how different could the 17 look on Friday?
Well, we're about to train, so we'll have a clearer idea around that after the session. There's a few people to check through, and we won't. There won't be a lot of changes to last week's team.
Positional changes a possibility?
Yeah, possibility there. We've got a lot of flexibility and versatility around our spine players, and Hardacre being able to play multiple positions. So we're still working through the final makeup of that, but the personnel won't be too much different.
And how's Zach been in the wake of last week's game, given the sort of things he's been going through leading into it?
Yeah, well, obviously a disrupted sort of last 4 or 6 weeks with a change of club and some other health things going on there. And for anyone to deal with, I thought he did a pretty competent job last week to get the ball rolling on the back of that prep. And he's recovered well and certainly had a spring in his step yesterday. So we're looking forward to, Zach building on that. Even though he's an experienced player, it's still important to, he had to start somewhere last week, and I thought he had a solid start on the back of the prep that he'd had.
Your first home game in charge goes without saying. How special an occasion will it be on a personal front for you?
Yeah, certainly very, very special. It's a privilege to be a coach at this club, and not a lot of people get to do it. So certainly, it's something very special, and I'm sure I'll savor it at some point. But it's about the players and the club tomorrow. It's certainly not about me. But it'll be something to reflect on in the future. That's for sure.
You'll have been there for a match day before, won't you?
Yeah, I've been to Headingley lots of times as a very young kid. When my father was a coach over here, and I coached in London. I was an assistant coach there for a couple of years, and during the Tony Smith era of Leeds, and it was on the wrong end of a few hidings here, so it would be nice to be on the other side of it.
How did you find the atmosphere then when you were at Headingley?
Oh, special, yeah. Unlike any other place that I've been to watch rugby league, so I look forward to that.
2 sides in the game, of course. What do you think you'll get from Wakefield?
We'll get a team that are going to fire some bullets at us. They've got real dangerous outside backs and backfield. They're very threatening. They've got some players that are a bit out of the ordinary with the way they do things in for feeder, and some of the way their halves go about things when play breaks down or a little bit of broken, certainly very threatening. So expect to see some of that, and our job obviously is to minimise the opportunities they get from broken play.
I know you're not a table watcher, but are you conscious that a win would help ease any anxiety around the club?
Yeah, certainly. Every win at this stage is going to be very valuable, and I'm aware of that for sure. But we're certainly process been very much the order of the day in our prep this week.
It's almost a month to the day since you were appointed. How does the size of the job and club compare with your expectations back then?
I don't think it's changed. I knew it was a huge job before I was offered the job, so it's always been a huge job for anyone that's been in the seat. There's big expectations, and I don't think anything sort of changed there. It's obviously different for any coach that comes in at different times. The state of the club's not in the same position, so understanding where it's at from a playing point of view and staff point of view is something that I've been working on.
And how about the squad as well? Do you feel like you've got a talented squad there to work with?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of there's some great young players coming through. There's a lot of experience in the group as well. Given the turbulence of the season so far with so many injuries and suspensions, that there's been a lot of, a lack of cohesion and a lot of different combinations. And, we're onto our 3rd different coach, and, there needs to be a bit of time for stability and growth individually and collectively. And I think the collective is the key. Individual resumes and skill sets are important, but only when they're connected with their teammates really well. So that's a big focus for us.
I know there's another break after this week, but how important is it to have a settled team going forward? Something that Leeds really haven't had this year so far.
Yeah, there's always going to be changes from, but you want them to be on your terms rather than forced through injury or suspension. Getting some stability through the next period, I feel is important, but also it's probably a bit of time away until we really know what our best combinations are, because we haven't had that opportunity through the year to work them out. So it could still take a bit of time to fully settle, but stability is certainly something that I'm aware of, the need for that.
Yeah, just following on from that, I mean, Does it excite you knowing that, Leeds have not had the strongest team out this season, and what you could do potentially if and when you do get your strongest team out there?
Yeah, I'm really focused on the team that we have out tomorrow. Once we finalise that in a couple of hours' time, that's really my focus. Where there won't be a lot of changes in the coming weeks. We've pretty much got a core group there that are fit and healthy, and it's a matter of combining together and growing as the season goes.
So we're back out at Headingley Stadium. Leeds Rhinos women leading 22 points to 4 against Huddersfield Giants women. Confident first half from the Rhinos. Saw them score 5 tries, courtesy of Caitlin Beavers, Sam Hume, Kira Bennett, Courtney Winfield-Hill and Zoe Hornby. Like I said earlier, we've got Sophie Robinson and Ella Johnson alongside us. This is Courtney Winfield-Hill. It's back underway this second half. Leeds in full command in that first half, Sophie.
Yeah, and come out like that, we'll be really happy with that kick-off and to apply the pressure just coming out for the second half.
Watson searching down that near side. Must have been an error from the Giants there for us to get the ball back.
I think they knocked it on off that kick-off.
Fantastic from Leeds as Lockwood now. Leeds within 10 metres. Barnes powers up, goes to the line. And like we said earlier, not a player I'd be up for taking on going at the line. Alex Barnes as Roach for Goldthorpe. There's a bit of space, a gap for her, and she's over. Yeah. First try of the half goes to the Rhinos, and it's Fran Goldthorpe.
Yeah, you give Fran a little bit of space. She's in. The steps too. If you give her any hint of space, she'll find it.
It's Fran sponsored by Pick Up Self Storage. What a start to the half it should be. A player that you'd expect to score cheap most weeks, wouldn't you, at Fran Goldthorpe?
Yeah, Fran's a very good player, very good in attack, and you just don't know what she's going to do. She's so agile, and yeah, she's such an exciting player to watch, and I just think she's going to progress playing in that fullback position as well over the season, and she'll be in a shot for England at the end of the year.
You just forget how young she is as well. She came into the Rhino setup in 2019 as a 16-year-old. She's just going on 20, I believe.
Yeah, the way she plays, you wouldn't believe how young she is. She's so confident in everything she does. She's really, really great player to watch and play with.
That's only that's a 4th try of the year, 3 in the cup campaign. As Winfield-Hill with another tough conversion from the edge. The flags remain down. It keeps the score at Leeds Rhinos 26. Huddersfield Giants 4. Part in full swing here at Headingley. A real feel-good game. The South Stand's really filling up now, which is real nice to see. Just below us in the North Stand too. Great to see everyone coming out and supporting the girls.
Yeah, really, it's building up nicely. It's just, they'll be excited watching us play, leading on to the men's game.
As the Giants back underway, Roach gives it to Barnes for the first carry, and it's just relentless from the Leeds forwards. Which one do you pick to tackle? You're taking 2 players out the line anyway, as that pass is unfortunately forward to Beth Lockwood. Unfortunate on that occasion.
Yeah, I thought he'd missed it, the ref there. It did just go forward a little bit. Kirby, she'll be a little bit disappointed, but will defend well for here now and get the ball back.
So the Giants on the 30 with another big opportunity to add to their sole try of the first half, coming via Amelia Brown. It's Townend. Is it wide for Stott, who's pounced upon by Caitlin Beavers, who shot out the line, and I think there's going to be a stoppage in play here.
Nice pressure there by Caitlin to get up in her face and make that tackle. Hopefully she's okay, the player is down.
I think it was Erin Stott that got hit pretty hard there by Caitlin.
Yeah, she's a really strong defender, Caitlin, so I think she'll have felt that.
A bit of attention to her by the medical teams. Just allows us as well to look ahead to some of the other games that are coming up this week. So obviously the game tonight in the Betfred, the first group of Betfred from the Women's Super League, she got up and is going to be playing there in Stock. But it's a real tasty clashes. Sunday's game is absolute treat. York City Knights against St Helens.
Yeah, I think that'll be a really big game. It'll be interesting to see how York come out after losing in the semi-final. I think they've got a lot to prove this year, and I think they probably think that themselves. They've got a really strong team, and I think that'll be a really close game. I couldn't call who's going to get that win. I think York will put a lot of pressure on St Helens. I think the Challenge Cup showed that they are a beatable team if you perform on the day. So it'll be a good game.
Quick error there from the Giants. Just couldn't back into that rhythm. But a note on York as well. Been there and thereabouts for the last, they've gone at the second season. Been there and thereabouts. They're a real force to be reckoned with in the Women's Super League.
Very strong team. They've recruited very well. I think you'll see they've just missed out on maybe a couple of the semi-finals, just the big games. But I think you'll see them getting into them finals over the next couple of years with the strength they've got all over the park. I think it'll be a really good game on Sunday. Interesting to watch and see who gets the win. Nice.
Oh, this is a nice bit of open space here for Fran Goldthorpe, and she swallows it up. Off she goes to the races, and no one is catching Fran Goldthorpe. Brilliant try from the young fullback, and that marks her 100th Betfred Women's Super League point. Superb from the fullback.
Yeah, you're never going to catch Fran with space, and when she's made a break like that, she's just too quick. And yeah, really good try there by Fran. She'll be happy with that one.
Again, Huddersfield, I don't know where they're stacking the numbers elsewhere, whether it's in the middle of the park or not, because yet again, too much space on the edges.
Yeah, they're not getting the numbers right, and we're just exploiting the space out on the edges. Our wingers and centres are very good, and if Courtney and Georgia spot that space and get the ball out there, we're going to get round them. So Huddersfield maybe need to work on the numbering off on the edges, just getting it a little bit wrong, and we're managing to exploit that very well at the minute.
Just shows that 4 of the 7 tries that have been scored have all come from an outside back.
Yeah, I think it shows the strength we've got on our edges. Probably didn't utilise that as much in the final, but you can see that we're using it well now and going to continue in the upcoming season. We'll have a lot of success out wide.
Georgia and Courtney will like the space as well, won't they? Obviously, halfback's not your position, and you're an outside back yourself, but they'll enjoy that space, and you'll know from playing with them that that's where they strive and play their best rugby.
Yeah, definitely. If they spot the space, even if it's not open at the edges, they can run it themselves. They're good at spotting that as well. And
that conversion.
One
flag went down and one flag went up, but they've agreed that went between the uprights, making the score 32-4. We're closing in on the scoreline we actually had at the John Smiths at the start of the year. That was 38-8 on that occasion. 32-4 with closing on about 10 minutes gone in the new half. Huddersfield look a little bit dejected.
Yeah, we've come out really strong, and Huddersfield just can't handle us with this start. We'll be really happy with how we've come out and scored them tries and defended.
I don't think they'll be excited to see Danielle Anderson, Emma Lumley, or Jasmine Earnshaw Cudjoe, who have been warming up, ready to come out either. That's just equally as intimidating as Butcher. The nice drive from the restart gets Leeds within 40. Now Tasha Gaines. Not seen a lot of her today, Tash. but coming up and taking that ball in.
No, she's been quite quiet, Tash, but no, nice to see her take that run in there.
A lot of pace, clever finisher as well as we've seen. 3 tries herself this year.
Yeah, she's really good on the edge, Tash, there. She's cutting her hair in a couple of weeks for charity and doing a triathlon. So, yeah, she's a jack of all trades, Tasha Gaines.
It's absolutely fantastic, that charity work that she is doing. You can head over to the Rhinos.co.uk to find out more about Tash and how you can donate. As Bennett for Roach swings over to this right-hand side and gets away from the tackle. What it was a convincing one at that. Now she kicks back across. Is Amelia Brown going to be able to take this? Yes, she is.
Very good take there from Amelia Brown at wing under pressure, but yeah, really good catch.
A number of players waiting for that, queuing up for it. That's Sam Hume and Beavers both hanging on tight, but the winger did well under pressure.
Yeah.
It's now Lockwood just gets up in the face of the Giants, and I don't know whether you can quite hear it on the stream, but the Samba band have come into full noise in the southeast corner of the stadium, and it's absolutely fantastic to hear them.
Yeah, I feel like I'm at the carnival. It's really nice vibes, and that's what we'll be expecting when the teams come over here and play in the World Cup.
It's an exciting prospect. Having this World Cup, all 3 World Cups happening at the same time, the men's, women's and wheelchair, as Leeds. With the change, sees Kira Bennett come from the field and Jasmine Earnshaw-Cudjoe comes on for her first league start for the Rhinos.
Yeah, mixed Jazz get out there and put a stamp on this game. She's a really elusive player. You'll see her shoot out from dummy half. She's got great feet, so no, she's going to up the tempo here, and excited to see her get her first appearance in the Rhinos shirt.
Don't get me wrong, experienced as well from her time with Castleford.
Yeah, she's really experienced. She's played at some really great clubs, and she's a really good asset to this team. Got a lot of competition in the hooker position, but no, Jazz is going to put a stamp here.
She's got to try on her official Rhinos debut in the Challenge Cup against Lee Miners Rangers. No doubt she'll want to mark that with another try in this if she can.
Yeah. She's
playing the ball to Barnes. Runs a nice strong line and closes in on the Huddersfield 30. Earnshaw-Cudjoe waits, claps, demands the ball. Now to Roach. Drops it off for Frayne. There's a little gap. A glimpse of an opportunity there for Elle.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to open up there with Frayne a bit.
It's now Roach. Aims to kick it wide, but then kicks it into some clear space. It comes off the Huddersfield player, and Beavers picks up. It's going to be back to 1. As Beavers actually grounded it. No, not on this occasion. But Leeds with a great opportunity here. Huddersfield there caught offside as the Hooters just get tested.
Yeah, no, I think that was good from Caitlin just to take that tackle, not to give away a double movement, and we'll just apply pressure on this next set.
As Lacey forced back by 3, this clubbed up around her, but there's a space on the edges again. Just look as Barnes charges away to the line as Hooter goes again. There's a lot of space. You think they're going to push it maybe right. No, they go left to Winfield. Hill steps away, back inside. Brilliant solo effort from Courtney Winfield Hill. Absolute verb from the halfback to get her second, Sophie.
Yeah, very good finish there. She was under a bit of pressure. No, she's got really good feet, and an example of it there. She's a good finisher.
Just absolutely stepped all around Amelia Brown. Nothing the winger could do there.
Yeah. When she's playing like this, Courtney's very hard to stop. She's a really good attacking player. You just don't know what she's going to do next, which makes it hard for the defenders.
Absolutely in her element at the moment, as the rain is not coming down quite as hard as it was. It's spitting a bit, but it's not dampened these Leeds Rhinos' spirits as they hit their 8th try of the match. Like I say, do get out and watch the women this year. Exciting games coming up. All to be held as well here at the stadium. It's really great to see the fans coming out in the South Stand Terrace. It's really getting packed out there. It's great. People have come down early to get a glimpse of you girls for this year.
Yeah, and it's good. Hopefully now they've seen how well we play as a team and the standard of women's rugby league. Hopefully the coming games they'll get out a little bit earlier, see us kick off and bring the atmosphere and cheer us on, because it is a great standard of rugby league, and the games we're playing, it's gonna get better. Courtney just nearly
hitting the upright with that conversion attempt.
Must be the worst thing with being a kicker and just hitting the upright.
I don't know. There should be a console. I'm not sure what consolation you should get for hitting it, but
yeah, because it's still accurate, very accurate to hit that post.
It's hard to hit a post and hit the actual goal.
Yeah, maybe a petition for maybe 1 point.
As nevertheless, the Rhinos, you'd argue, don't need many more points. 36 points to 4, 32 points difference in the scoreline.
Yeah, I think we'll just want to keep the scoreline at 4. We won't want to let Huddersfield back in and get any more tries.
As Goldthorpe, instead of taking that into the line herself, gives it off to Lockwood. Has a lot of charge of her own. Gets Leeds to within 30. Now Watson. A little move. Jinks away across. She's played really well in this game, Alicia Watson. It's coming in actually in the Challenge Cup final. She's been one of Leeds' standout performers, as has Barnes with that carry. So not a lot of ways you can stop a prop forward that's that determined to make meters.
No, and if you look at our props, they've got speed as well. If they make a break, they've got that pace as well to eat up their meters and get up the field.
As Leeds look to create another opportunity, Earnshaw Cudjoe with the pass for Roach. She can't quite get the ball away on this occasion. Now she feeds Goldthorpe. Darts again over to the left-hand side, immediately cut down by Stott off the edge. But the short defenders Huddersfield. Can Leeds make it count here? Watson for the line. Is she close? Is she over even? Yes, she is. Try time again for Leeds. And we've hit 40 points.
Yeah, really good for Jazz and Courtney to see that space out wide and exploit it there with the Leeds scoring.
And I believe, if my stats are correct, that's her first try for the club. So big congratulations to Alicia as well for that.
She'll be happy with that.
Like you said, Sophia, a lot of milestones being hit tonight.
Yeah. And to do it at Headingley as well, more impressive, and everyone should be proud of hitting them milestones.
Even the more memorable, of course.
Yeah.
So the score, Leeds Rhinos within 40 points. Giants within 4. Courtney Winfield Hill, Alicia Watson and Fran Goldthorpe scoring these second half tries so far, as Leeds haven't skipped a beat since going into the dressing rooms at half time. Still been absolutely dominant across the park. Winfield Hill will look to convert this one. She hit the post with her last attempt. So close. She goes for this one. Let's have a look at those flags. And they go up. Fantastic conversion from Courtney. It's a score. Rhinos winning 42. Huddersfield winning 4.
Very impressive there by Courtney, and the crowd erupted, which was really nice to see.
Had a tough time. The conversions have not been easy. We've said that already.
No, she's not had an easy night with the conversions, but
once you get one, it's always helpful.
Yeah. She's a great kicker, Courtney, so no, that was nice to see.
She closes in on 200 goals for the club. A couple more yet to go. I think we'll be hitting that one tonight, but
no, I won't put it past by the end of the season. But
that's an unorthodox catch at the ball from Caitlin Beavers. The kick-off going between her legs.
Impressive.
Any way you can catch the ball.
Yeah.
And we'll play it on the floor. The return as well was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
As Goldthorpe now. Leeds looking to punish Huddersfield furthermore in this game. Hume, not seen a lot from either winger, have we? We've seen, obviously, Sam's got to try herself, but with her and Tash, pretty quiet evenings, not a lot for them to do.
Yeah, no. Especially in defence, they've not had a lot to do, but they'll just keep staying out on that touchline, and you can see we're playing it wide, so they're going to get them opportunities. Just be patient, and we'll get them chances out wide.
As Earnshaw Cudjoe on the 4th goes searching. And Winfield Hill instead on the 5th has to kick out wide. There's a lot of space. It's going to hold up, is it? Oh, it's a tough one to take, but the chase is even better from Leeds. Superb again from Lois Forsell's side. Have Huddersfield pinned on the 1 metre mark. If not right on that whitewash, it can't be far away at all.
Yeah, we've been working a lot on kick pressure. As you can see from that example, been working hard to just pin the defence down there.
It's all about the pressure. We were talking about it with Ella a little bit sooner. She'll be jumping back on the microphone in a few minutes' time. Take us into the final 20. The Leeds have made the pressure count largely. It's their effort in defence that has definitely shown towards the amount of points they've put on the board, not just their attacking threat, of course.
Yeah.
It's become as expected of this talented outfit as that kick is really poor from Townend.
Yeah, they didn't make any meters at all then. I think that's credit to our defence. They just couldn't get out from their line, and yeah, not a very good kick there. They'll be disappointed at Huddersfield, and we'll play on from there.
As Leeds with the other changes, prop for propsies, Lockwood and Barnes come off, and Lumley and Anderson go back on as Beavers goes searching over the top.
Yeah, space has opened up out wide again.
As again was Roach. Instead goes to self. What an effort that is from Georgia Roach. Back to self all the way. We knew, like we said, there was space. We knew it was there. It's just the power and experience of a player like that to just know that you can step inside one and have the confidence to just run it in herself. Fantastic from the halfback again.
Fantastic play there by Roach.
Leeds now closing on 50. It's 46-4. Kick to come, of course. As we wait for Winfield Hill to convert. And as we're just waiting to convert, we've had another switch. Ella Johnson back on the microphone, Ella.
I'm back.
Just run that while you watch the end of that first half and start the second. What have you spotted out there that that's really working for the girls right now?
I think we're really hitting us targets well. Obviously, I said in training we have targets that we want to hit on a weekend. So Sophie spoke about it. That kick pressure is something we've done really well, and keeping the attack pinned in their 20 is a good target for us that we've been hitting. So I think we'll be really impressed with that when we get back to training this week.
And it also helped that's where that last try came from, was by keeping them within that 20 metres.
Yeah, 100%. We work hard in defence and we get the rewards in attack.
As that conversion glides through. 48 points to 4. 50 is approaching quite ominously if you're a Huddersfield fan. It's good to see Zoe Hornby back patrolling the sidelines as well, which means that that knock earlier hasn't set her back too much.
Yeah, she's a tough cookie, Zoe, and it takes a lot to keep her down.
Yeah, like we've said, those Huddersfield players taking their time to walk back. As we'd expect, a little bit dejected.
Yeah.
Looking at the scoreboard, but it's not one of those where you can call it early. You've got to keep going.
Yeah, you have to keep going regardless of the scoreline, and I think that's just an attitude and an energy thing.
This Townend, I was going to say goes long, but puts it right in a bit of space, that pocket of space between the hooker and loose forward, and then where the halfbacks are a little bit further back, sort of 10, 20 metres out. And like you say, absolutely brilliant from Courtney and from Caitlin.
Yeah, Caitlin's such a strong runner, and her post-contact meters are always up there, so it's really good from her.
It's Lumley this time. It's going to be forced back to play the ball. She couldn't quite find her feet there amongst the tackle from the two Huddersfield players, as now Anderson picks it up, carries over halfway. It's a move going here for Leeds. Plenty of tackle, as we've seen. Lacey, without making big minutes, is not letting loose at all.
Yeah, Shannon's such a strong runner, so it's really hard to defend against her.
Roach shapes, gives it to Goldthorpe. There's the space for the fullback. Through she goes. Is it going to be a hat-trick try?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Under the posts. Fran Goldthorpe takes the lead score to be on 50. And with that, it's another milestone. Makes her it's her 150th Leeds Rhinos points. They're all falling right now, Ella.
Fran's fantastic. She's such a class player, and she's really does deserve that England shirt end of the year. I think performances like this show that.
One of those that when you're coming into the game, we touched on it with the forwards about who do you defend. Who do you defend in the back line as well? It's a double-edged sword. You can't win either way.
Yeah, it shows the depth of our team. You know, we've got strong players across every position. I think that's something that's really going to work for us this year.
As Leeds make the change, Alicia Watson coming from the field, a good stint from her flower out there. So, and we see the woman of the match from the Challenge Cup final, Zoe Hornby, back out on the field as Winfield Hill looks to convert. Relatively straightforward in front of the posts. We'll take it to a 50-point advantage. And does take it to that 50-point advantage. It's the tough one. Where does your mind go in this as the team that's on top? Do you keep pushing for the point? Is there certain things that Lois is saying that actually you decide we need to work a bit more on?
Of course, you keep going for the points. We keep doing the basics well, which I think we've done today, and that's the only targets we go in with, to hit the basics well, have good completion. I think as long as we keep that up, the points just come along with that.
I think that's been, especially the completion.
Yeah.
There's not been many sets we haven't completed at all. I think it must be in the 80s and 90%.
Yeah, I'd like to see his completion rate after the game, which will get fed back to us when we go back into training.
Sam comes in off the edge. Nice drive from Hume, gets herself over the 20. Earnshaw Cudjoe gets it to Lumley, who does that big step of hers before galloping into the line.
She loves a goosey step.
And loses the ball, but Huddersfield are penalised for stripping in the tackle. I've always wondered where the steps come from Emma, but it clearly must do something before she hits that line.
I've no idea, but it's for her, so she can carry on.
As Winfield Hill goes slightly safe from the sideline, you don't want to hold up. It's not really blustery, but at the same time, it's one of those that it's a coach killer if you don't get it over the side.
Yeah, 100%.
As Lacey,
she's a phenomenal runner.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
Now Earnshaw Cudjoe has had a pretty good stint since coming off the bench. Jazz, another player who also is back out in the park, Daniel Anderson, taking the tackle from 2. Hornby was searching across the park and ends up making nearly 10 metres off that drive herself. As Roach demands that ball again, sends it short for Butcher. It's a real good line from Butcher. Just can't keep hold of the ball on that occasion.
It's unlucky for Hannah, that.
Yeah, really good.
It's good to see that there's been a couple of occasions where Hannah has dropped the ball in this game, but she's still wanting to make the same kind of runs. It's not knocked her confidence whatsoever.
Yeah, she hits some great lines, Hannah Butcher, and I think that's one reason why she's in that centre now. She hits great lines and she runs strong, she tackles hard.
Just doesn't come quite off on that occasion for the Rhinos. So Huddersfield with the scrum, 10 metres from their own line, and it's Coates carts the ball in towards 20, but Leeds' defence has been as good as its attack today. We've seen them turn the ball over 10 metres from the Huddersfield line, 20 metres, and defend pretty comfortably. It's a penalty here, though, for the Giants. As that ball was, it's a knock-on, excuse me. So it will be a Leeds feed.
It's a great place to have a scrum. Could practice some attacking shape, however, weather permitting.
And just as the rain comes back in once more, it's Looks like it's teasing us the conditions right now. I think I'm definitely with Sophie. I think I prefer to play in the hot conditions than the rain. When you're getting it done in the rain, that's all that matters. That's all head coach Forsell will be bothered about. As Butcher this time, safe take in the centre of the park. Lumley steps off her left and back off her right, back towards
That's
the
a
post.
strong run.
It's a really good run. Gets herself to within 2 and then push back a few more. Manages to then work her way forward a little more. Earnshaw Cudjoe gets it to Roach. There's a space out wide. She can find it. She can't on this occasion. Oh, she gets it away though. On for Frayne, gives it to Butcher. Gaines steps back inside and in straight into the slide defence from the Giants. Roach. Back across the field, gives Anderson, tries to fend away. No choice on this occasion. If they go quickly here, Leeds might be in at the corner. They're going that way. Winfield Hill, wide pass, out for Hume. Try time! Slick again from Leeds. And with that, Sam Hume hits 50 Rhinos points.
That's great from Sam. That really good.
What's more remarkable from Sam is that she's scored all 50 in this season.
Yeah, she's been on some form this season. She's been fantastic. I think she's really coming into her own on the wing. It's really, really nice to see.
Other 2 tries missed out. Oh, sorry, it's back in the side. Not played a league game. Or started, should I say. He's made the transition as well from hooker to the wing. It's not the most straightforward, but
no, it's
interesting to see that she has got that utility in her belt.
Yeah, that's what I mean by coming into her own. It's really nice to see her finding a groove in that position. It's good to see.
She's clearly got a great connection with both halfback Hill and the centre partner. For today, it's Caitlin Beavers.
Yeah, I think Sam works well with any centre. She works well with Fran as well, so it's just good for Sam, really. I think that's something she'll pride herself on.
So we're approaching 10 minutes or so to go. We've not got an official game clock, but we've got one sort of running as Winfield Hill converts on that attempt. Fantastic. That's her 5th conversion of the game. And that's the big 6-0. There's nothing short of it. It's a routing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good for us. I think we'll be happy with this going into training. There'll be still things we can work on, as there always is, but I think we'll be impressed with ourselves and happy with the performance.
So make some great highlights. So if you have missed any of the tries, head over to our official YouTube channel. Also website rhinos.co.uk, social channels too. You'll be able to watch both the full game back with full match commentary from myself, Ella and Sophie, as well as with some highlights too. So if you missed any tries, this is definitely a game to watch.
Yeah.
It's Beavers. With that carry. Latest try scorer in Hume. Got 2 tries to her name in this one. 8 now for the season 2. Plays the ball 40 metres out. Earnshaw Cudjoe darts out dummy half. Gives it to Tasha Gaines, who is hit very high there from the Huddersfield edge by Angel Howie and Albany Coates. Pretty nice position to get a penalty as well, because it can force Roach to make those kicks downfield, further downfield, than if you're in the middle of the park like we saw with Courtney a minute ago.
Yeah, we're gaining metres here. It's a good position to attack from. So I think we'll pull some good shape, hopefully get another try.
Butcher manages to get herself over the 20. Leeds coming forward again. Roach. Hornby glides over to the left-hand side. It's not such a step, but it's so deceiving.
Yeah, it's hard to defend against this. They're such a strong runner as well.
Earnshaw Cudjoe couldn't get over on that occasion. Winfield Hill goes for the long pass.
Oh,
it's so close to Sam Hume. We would have got a 3rd.
She just overran that a little bit.
Ever so just as well. It's one of those as well that sort of when you're watching it,
Yeah.
you're going, surely she could have done something to keep it in play, but when you're in the moment,
it goes so fast.
So what a statement the Rhinos have made here at Headingley. Their first game at Headingley, like I say, since August 2019. A regular season league match, should I say. They were, of course, here for the grand final last year. It'll almost be player of the match time. So have a confer with Sophie and see who you think of it. We'll ask you in a few minutes.
Okay.
As Huddersfield, a couple of opportunities. They've not had many in this game, really. As they come over to the far side with Townend, who's forced into a mistake. Oh, there's a couple of pushing and shoving here. Handbag. Like you just said, Ella. I didn't really call this happening.
Not used to seeing that.
To be fair, we're not a team that fights, so that's interesting to see. I'll be happy to find out what that were about after the game.
I was going to say, the women's games I've seen, I don't think we've ever seen a fight.
I've seen a few fights, especially in younger games. You often see some fights.
Simply, I see a few pushes and shoves.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's a level of professionalism that you bring up to Super League, and I feel like fighting happens a lot less.
As the referee just confers with his touch judges. I don't think there'll be a card coming out here. I think it'll just be a strong word with both the Giants captain. It's left Caitlin on the ground. I'm just seeing a bit of treatment and a little bit of discomfort. So Leeds will have the ensuing penalty from that. And instead of it being a straightforward, I think it'll be something slightly worse for the Giants. Winford Hill maybe look to kick this into touch. It's just the incident's been put on report, actually. Interesting that referees seem to have to do that. But nice handshake sorts it out.
Yeah, respect. I think that's what that is.
Of course, like we say, so respected both sides. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think that won't boil over. That'll be fine. We'll just play our rugby now.
As Leeds with Roach to Butcher, who's gets herself over the 30. Looking for more points here, Leeds. It begs to say it because it's got so many already. As Hornby stripped on this occasion. It's like a big moment.
It's unlucky for Zoe.
It is unlucky. I'd say such a strong, you wouldn't call her to give it away like that. Plus, Huddersfield get the penalty. It tends to be when we've given away one penalty, there's always one off the back of it.
Yeah, I think that's something we'll probably address in training. Look to work on that.
So Huddersfield instead tapping and going. I'm surprised they're not looking to kick over the sideline to get them some more metres, but say it's wider than what you think, isn't it, kicking out towards either side of the pitch?
Yeah, I'm not a kicker, so I think I'd struggle. So I can't imagine how the halves feel.
As the Giants with Oates out dummy half, gets herself over halfway. This is the best position that Huddersfield have had in this second half. It's now Ellie Thompson. Over the 40, looking that Leeds try line and add what would ultimately be a consolation, but something nice for the Giants at least is Townend. Grubber kicks in behind. Is it too long? Yes, it is too long.
Fran was there. It would have been well covered.
But at the same time, on the flip side of the coin, actually, it's not a bad kick to go out.
No, it's a good kick. It's a good kick. It's a good place for Huddersfield to finish.
Besides the time on the clock, which we're reckoning is under 5 minutes. That's not official. They're the sort of kicks you'd wanted maybe 5 minutes into the game as you look to build that pressure.
Or throughout.
Beavers back at it after a small bit of discomfort she felt after the hard shot from Frankie Townend. Player left in the ruck as well there. Now Goldthorpe working herself over to the right. Hat trick to her name. We will ask Ella, what's the who we decided on?
Me and
Man for the player of
Sophie,
the match.
we've gone for Courtney today. Her infield kicking's been great. She's looked for gaps. She's done really well at that. She's had great vision. I think she's done really well to lead everyone round. So we're really impressed with her performance today. So I think we're going to give it to Courtney.
On a 50th appearance as well.
And on a
Like
50th
a true
appearance.
teammate. As here comes, as we just heard, the player of the match now. Gives it for Lacey. So it's definitely been a tough one because there's a lot of contenders.
Yeah, we had
who
a
you could have
few.
given this
There
to.
was a few. Fran was in the mix. You know, she's had a great game. Can't not mention Roche. She always leads us around the pitch as a half. She's fantastic. So skillful. So it was a tough decision.
Winfield Hill gets the nod in the end as Leeds had a nice little kick ahead, and Goldthorpe did well to was lucky not to pulling the Huddersfield player back towards her own line, but it's definitely helped the team out here as that pass looks a little wild.
That's great defence.
It's great defence,
Oh,
but you shouldn't be making those plays. Whether I'm not sure on the pass, I think it was Erin. It was Angel Howie. Sorry, whether she thought that she was closer to or not as far away from the try line as she thought.
yeah, I think that decision making under fatigue really comes into play there. And if you're not fit enough, you will make wrong decisions in these final minutes.
The dropout goes long down towards Gaines, who uses her foot very wisely to say how much rain has fallen. It has finally stopped the rain. So if you are coming down to the stadium after the stream is concluded, we'll still bring a coat, I think. But there's Frayne working away to the edge. Plays the ball for Earnshaw Cudjoe. Now it's Roach for Anderson back towards the middle of the post. There's the opportunity for an offload. She's tried a few in this game, Danielle. Not on this occasion, though. As Earnshaw Cudjoe waits for Winfield Hill. Nice movement here from Leeds. Ball out wide. Try time for Sam Hume. But she's in touch.
That's unlucky for Sam. But again, great vision from Courtney, seeing that gap and the overlap out there. She's done that all game, so I think she'll be impressed with that.
It was a good move, wasn't it? Because actually, there was Fran chiming in as well to help create the space. The pass would have been a very long one if she'd have managed it, but so the Giants playing the ball 10 metres or so from their own line. We're in the final few minutes here at Headingley Stadium. It's been a big effort again from Lois South side. They've scored 60 points to 4. You can't see it changing too much before the full-time whistle sounds. That pass goes to ground. Error there from the Giants. Leeds getting the ball back 20 metres out. Leeds still full of energy, still wanting to go for more.
Yeah, I think that's one thing we have a target of, is keep our energy levels up for the whole 80 minutes. So I think that's what we're trying to do right now, even in the last couple. It doesn't regardless of the score, we want to keep the energy up.
We can only set the team for the rest of the season as well, can't it? Because there's an error there from Earnshaw Cudjoe. But that marks the full-time whistle here at Headingley Stadium. And it's finished. Leeds Rhinos, women 60, Huddersfield Giants win 4. The Rhinos women claiming their first win of the Betfred Women's Super League season. Thank you so much for tuning in. Dan Hawker. Thank you to Ella Johnson. Thank you to Sophie Robinson as well for a great commentary. And we really hope you enjoyed the stream. And we'll see you soon.